believe it or not, models get cosmetic surgeries too. Now, I will admit, most of them don't, but they certainly do, and I can confirm this because I was a model from the age 18 to 22. And during this time, I learned so many tips and tricks and undercover secrets of the industry, and now I'm in a position where I get to share those with you. So it's a win-win situation. So today I'm going to tell you the top 4 cosmetic surgeries that I saw models get. Now, disclaimer, I'm not advocating or telling any of you to go get plastic surgery. It's a huge invasive procedure if you decide to do it. Every procedure comes with its set of possible side effects, complications, and health consequences, as well as aesthetic possible consequences. So definitely, I urge you to do your own research, do your due diligence, and don't just make these huge decisions off of what some idiot on the internet says. So without further ado, let's get right into number 1. Number 1 is none other than, I'm sure you guys could guess it. Yes, it's Botox. Botox is a cosmetic procedure for your skin where they inject a toxin called botulinum underneath your skin, and what it does is it actually slightly paralyzes the muscles underneath your skin so that you're not tensing them and creating these fine wrinkle lines and whatnot. It basically is an injection that gives you smoother, less wrinkled, more youthful skin. And this is actually extremely common in the modeling scene, especially if you're getting up there in age where you're kind of on the line to where you'd be considered a mature model versus a more youthful one if you're trying to hang on to those youthful years where you can really milk your career before stepping over into the mature scene. This is what guys do, along with, of course, other skincare methods and routines. Now, speaking of that, every guy should have at least a basic skincare routine. If you're not preparing for the future's preparing for you, baby. It's gonna smack you up. And if you have no idea where to begin, then relax, I got you covered. Shout out to Tej Hanley for sponsoring today's video. Tej Hanley is a subscription-based skincare company. I've been working with them for about 5 years. I remember my first viral video. It was like 4 male model secrets to be better looking, where I was talking about using Tej, and it wasn't sponsored or anything, and we actually partnered up and have been working together ever since. But it's a great beginner skincare regimen. If you have no idea what you're doing, I recommend just starting with Tej Hanley Level 1, which comes with a morning and evening moisturizer, a daily face wash, and an exfoliating scrub. Like I said, you just go online, pick which level you want to start with, subscribe, and then it's shipped to your door each and every month without you having to even move a muscle. It's awesome. It's super duper for you guys to be using a daily moisturizer that has sunblock in it, at least SPF 15, because the sun is going to do crazy damage to your skin if you're not careful. Luckily, their morning moisturizer has SPF 20, so we got you covered, we got you shielded from the dangerous sun rays. And they make it dead simple for you guys. Each box comes with an instruction card which tells you exactly how to use each product and when, so they make it super uncomplicated. And because Tej is sponsoring this video, they're offering an amazing deal. Just click the first link in the description to get 30% off your first skincare system and a free gift. Plus, as a member, you'll get 20% off for life. Now, back to the list. Number 2 is a rhinoplasty, aka nose job. A nose job, most of you guys have heard of this. It's simply reshaping the nose by either removing cartilage within the nose or changing the shape by implanting false cartilage to achieve a different shape or size. Now, I only ever recommend a rhinoplasty to guys that have highly irregular noses. It can actually be quite charming and add to your masculine essence to have a bigger size nose. For example, look at David Gandy. He was like the highest paid model a couple years ago, and he's got kind of a honker, man, and he's super duper handsome. So just because you have a bigger nose or you have a hump in your nose, you might be overcritical of yourself. It might not be such a big deal. It might actually add to your appeal. But on the contrary, there are of course cases where a rhinoplasty can take away from your look, and getting this procedure done can actually add a lot to your attractiveness level. For example, this guy right here, I am pretty sure that all this guy had done was a rhinoplasty. I tried to look into it, but I couldn't find evidence of him getting anything else done, and you can see the difference in his face. It's incredible. So I don't usually recommend a rhinoplasty to guys unless it's a highly needed procedure. So, you know, don't jump into it, obviously, just because some guy on the internet says it. Do your research if this is something something you really want. And decide for yourself if this is something that's actually gonna give you the look that you aim to achieve. Number 3 is jaw implants. Every guy wants a nice masculine jaw, right? And we talk about this a lot on the channel. I believe you can achieve a semblance of a masculine jaw through natural ways such as mewing and chewing tough gum, but if that's just not cutting it, there are cosmetic procedure options. There's many different types of jaw implants. There's chin implants, there's lateral mandible implants, there's even full wrap around implants, and guys have redeemed incredible results. As you can see in this picture right here, this looks like an incredible result. I wish I could see more pictures of this guy, but it's pretty impressive. Now, somebody else that might be a little more familiar is this Instagram model, Tony Moffat. He was absolutely huge 5 or 6 years ago. I'm sure he's doing quite well still. He was like the king of Instagram 5 or 6 years ago, and I'm sure he's doing fine now still. But people actually dug up older photos of him, and they noticed that he definitely had some work done. And people are speculating that he might have had jaw implants or even a full wraparound implant, and maybe even an infraorbital rim implant to kind of alleviate the darkness around his eyes. I don't know. There's no confirmation on these things, but if you look into it, you can see the results of jaw implants, whether minor or more major. So that's number 3. And number 4, the last one we're going to talk about today. This one has kind of exploded over the last couple of years, and this is buccal fat removal. Buccal fat removal is where a surgeon will make an incision and remove fat from the buccal fat pad. This is a pad of fat that lies within the middle of your cheek. The appeal of this is to basically remove mass and reduce that kind of chubby cheek look, and even to go as far as to give you a hollow cheek look, which gives you a more defined jawline as well as more prominent looking cheekbones without altering the bone structure of your face at all. Now, I will say that this is a lot more popular with women, especially women in Hollywood. We got Chrissy Teigen, Bella Hadid, the girl from Glee, I can't think of her name, but also some men as well. Liam Payne from One Direction, possibly Matt Rife, but definitely the probably most popular male model right now, Jordan Barrett, for sure had a buccal fat pad removal. He used to have this more youthful, rounded cheek look. Now he looks like, I don't know, Ed Skrein or something. And it's actually been quite controversial, especially in the looksmaxxing community. So that's for you to decide if you like that look or not. So this is something that's becoming more and more prominent, and it's not something I usually recommend because it does have its side effects. I remember hearing a story about a surgeon who penetrated the wrong nerve and left a woman's face paralyzed for a couple months or something like that. So, just like all these procedures, it does have its potential dangers involved. So do your own research. So these are the top 4 procedures models are getting these days. But like I said, I recommend exhausting all natural methods first before entering into the invasive procedure route. That's what I did before I decided to get a hair transplant, and I wish I would have took it even further and started these topical solutions and whatnot even earlier, and then maybe I wouldn't even have had to do that. But no looking back, only looking into the future. It is what it is. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you haven't already, subscribe, and until next time, peace.